Jeeves. And what's more, a poop who drinks nothing stronger than orange juice.
I was not aware of that, sir.
Oh, yes, Jeeves, I've had it from his own lips. Whether from some hereditary taint or because he promised his mother he wouldn't, Gussie Fingnoddle's never pushed so much as the simplest gin and tonic over the larynx. And he expects, this poop expects Jeeves, under these conditions, to propose marriage to the girl he loves. Well, I mean, one hardly knows whether to smile or weep. What?
You consider total abstinence to be a handicap in a gentleman wishing to make a proposal of marriage, sir?
Oh, dash it, Jeeves, use your intelligence. Were it not for the juice of the grape and the grain, weddings would be a thing of the past. Proposals but a dim memory. Without it, Jeeves, we babble. Thank you, Jeeves. Only active measures, promptly applied, can prevent this poor poop Finknottle from babbling about newts again. Which is why I intend to secure a bottle of gin and lace his luncheon orange juice with it.
Sir?
I can't imagine why you sir, Jeeves. Plan I've put forward seems to me to be icily logical. I fail to see why it should attract any sirring.
No, sir.
Let us hear your objections then, Jeeves.
A certain amount of risk is inherent in your stratagem, sir. It is not always a simple matter to gauge the effect of alcohol on a subject previously unexposed to such stimulants. It can have distressing results in the case of parrots.
Parrots?
I'm thinking of an incident when I was in the service of the late Lord Brancaster, a gentleman who owned a parrot. One day it happened that the bird was lethargic, sir, and his lordship offered it a portion of seed cake steeped in the 84 port.
Good egg.
The bird bit his lordship on his thumb and sang part of a sea shanty. It then fell to the bottom of its cage and remained there for some considerable period of time, with its legs in the air, unable to move. I merely mention this, sir.
There's a flaw here, Jeeves. Do you know what it is?
No, sir.
Gussie isn't a parrot.
True, sir, but...
No more discussion, Jeeves. He's a poop.
Very good, sir.
You noticed I said I was going to put this project through today, Jeeves? Why do you think I said today?
Because you feel that if it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly, sir?
Partly, Jeeves, yes, partly. But the chief reason is that today is the day of the prize giving at Market Snodsbury Grammar School. We shall, by lacing the juice, not only embolden him to propose to Miss Bassett, but also put him so into shape that he will hold that Market Snodsbury audience spellbound.
I see, sir.
Seems to be happy enough, doesn't he?
Indeed, sir, the engagement appears to have lifted his spirits quite considerably.
Engagement?
You're not aware that Mr. Finknottle proposed to Miss Bassett this afternoon and was accepted, sir?
Well, Jeeves.
Yes, sir.
You see how right I was?
Indeed, sir.
Yes, this must be rather an eye-opener for you, Jeeves. Watch me handling this case.
Luckily, sir, I found an opportunity to add half a bottle of ardent spirit to his luncheon orange juice.
Lords, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Jeeves. So did I, Jeeves.
This year, we are all delighted to welcome, as our guest for the afternoon, Mr. Fitzwattle.
Think Nottle.
I should say, Fink Nottle.
Well, of course you should, you silly ass. Well, all right, get on with it.
We are all happy, as I say, to welcome Mr. Fink Nottle, who has kindly consented to present the prizes. Now, I'm sure Mr. Fink Nottle's name is familiar to us all.
Well, not to you. You didn't seem to know it so dashed well, what? I go. Push off. Speech. Speech? Boys! No, I mean, ladies and gentlemen and boys. It's a beautiful world, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, lords and things. I mean, the sky is blue, the birds are singing, there's optimism everywhere. And why not, girls and ladies? I should like you all to be upstanding and give 3 cheers for this beautiful world. Up you get. Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hooray! All right, sit down, sit down. Now, anybody who says this isn't a beautiful world doesn't know what they're talking about. You see, if there's one thing in the world I can't stand, it's a pessimist. See, a pessimist is a man who... Why, hello, Bertie. I didn't know you were here. Now, there's an instance of what I mean. Ladies and... what's it? Take a good look at that object sitting there at the back. Morning coat, trousers is worn, moldy rosin buttonhole, you can't miss him. I despise that man, women and children. And shall I tell you why? Eh? Because he's a...
I think, Mr. Fink Nottle, as time is getting on, I think perhaps we ought to commence the prizes.
Oh, it's you. That's the prizes. Yes, righto. Might as well be shoving along with it. What's this one?
Spelling and dictation, P.K. Purvis.
Spelling and dictation, P.K. Purvis. Forward, P.K. Purvis. Oh, you P.K. Purvis?
Yes, sir.
It's a beautiful world, P.K. Purvis.
Yes, sir.
Ah, you've noticed it, have you? Good. You married by any chance?
No, sir.
Get married, P.K. Purvis. It's the only life.
Yes, sir.
Good boy. Right, Headmaster, what's the next one?
G.G. Simmons, scripture knowledge.
G.G. Simmons, scripture knowledge. So, you've won the scripture knowledge prize, have you, G.G. Simmons?
So, yes, sir.
Yes. You looked as a sort of little tick who would. And yet, how are we to know that you came by it in an open and above-board manner?
I can assure you, Mr. Fink Nottle, every care was taken to ensure a correct marking.
Well, if you say so. All right, G.G. Simmons, take your prize.
Sir, thank you, sir.
But let me tell you, there's nothing to stick on sight about in winning a prize for scripture knowledge. Bertie Wooster won a scripture knowledge prize, but of course Bertie frankly cheated. He succeeded in scrounging that scripture knowledge prize over the heads of better men by means of some of the rawest and most brazen swindling methods, even at a school where such things were the norm.